Hey, it's India with Bags and Lifestyle. So today we're going to be talking about sunscreen, and I know it's January. So before you say, okay, why? Well, let me just answer. I'm sure you're wondering why are we talking about sunscreen in January? And the reason for this is because I wanted to do a comparison of the different sunscreens that are here for my personal knowledge. And then after a conversation with my husband, where he thought if it's gloomy outside, you don't need sun protection. And something that I didn't think about doing, which is reapplying my sunscreen regularly, especially if I'm getting ready to leave out for the day and it's still sunlight outside, not thinking about that. And I thought this would be a great video to talk about my comparison and then also remind you, protect your skin. Make sure you are using sun protection. Okay, so let's get started with my general analysis. So first off, I'll go over the price points of them and then talk about which one I like better and a little bit of pros and cons of each. Okay, so first up is going to be that when you talk about price point, they all vary drastically. And so for the Aveeno Protect and Hydrate, so for my brown girls and you're worried about ashiness and things like that, I know that was one of the reasons why I don't remember the name of the woman that created this brand here, but that was one of the reasons she created this brand. Aveeno does a great job, the Protect and Hydrate version of hydrating your skin and keeping away that tinge. But all I wanted to say pretty much is that all three of these do great at not causing that ashiness, that ashy haze that us more melanated people have to deal with. Okay, so back to what I was talking about. So with the Aveeno Protect and Hydrate at SPF 30, it's about somewhere around there, $8 or $9. I was just looking up on my Target app so I can get the exact price, and they don't have any available, so I couldn't find it. With the Black Girl Sunscreen for the same protection, same size, this is going to run you about $13. I think it's like $12 and change. And then this is not a representation of the other one that I did to compare it to here, but I threw away the bottle by mistake. But it is going to be the Super Goop Play. The Super Goop Play is at what I think is a SPF 50, which is a higher, what do you call it? A higher SPF or strength coverage, however it's categorized, than these two. But that one's going to run you about $22 for a similar sized bottle. So just for reference, the pricing. Okay, so we got least expensive, a little bit more expensive, and then the most expensive with Super Group. Okay, so let me just talk about a little bit about these different threes. So with the Super Group Play, remember I'm talking about Super Group Play here, and the Aveeno Protect Hydrate and the Black Girl Sunscreen, the hydration was all the same. I couldn't tell a difference between either one. I was anticipating that actually the Protect and Hydrate or the Black Girl Sunscreen would be very hydrating, and I would be able to tell a difference. But I could not tell a difference between, I'm sorry, I was leaning on that. I could not tell a difference between the three of them, between the Play, Super Goop, the Black Girl Sunscreen, and the Aveeno Protect and Hydrate. So hydration factor, they're all great. So next up is going to be with packing. So I do feel like the packaging, as far as how the Aveeno one is flatter than your Super Goop, and then also the Play version of the Super Goop was a round one like this. I feel like it was better with packing because it's a little flatter, which helps out save a little bit of space. Every little bit of space does help. Now, overall, from that, you can get the so now moving on to what I would recommend. So since there wasn't a difference between the three, if budget is not if budget is not a kind of difference for you or anything like that, then you can pick any one of these. But I will say that because when you're talking about applying this as they recommend, which is every 80 minutes, I think is a reapplication is what they recommend. And if you're in the sun, especially in the summertime or you're on vacation in a warm climate, you're going to need to apply this a lot. And so you're going to get more long range coverage and cost per wear out of the Aveeno than you would the Black Girl Sunscreen because it is more expensive. When you're talking about a higher sun protection, so when we went on our cruise and we were on an island on a beach where the sun rays were higher, then you really needed something more of like an SPF 60, which the SPF 60 of the Aveeno is almost the same as the SPF 30 of the Black Girl Sunscreen. So just know that. I would say for my preference, just going off of price alone, because there wasn't a difference with how I felt it hydrated or anything like that, then I would go with the Aveeno. I did want to talk about how I do like, though, that the Super Goop sunscreen is, they seem to make it kind of more of a variety for you. So for example, you see this one is a sun unseen sunscreen. So this is just straight up sunscreen. This is helpful for if you want to use this and then throw another lotion on top or something like that, a foundation or something. This is just like just your sun protection. So they do have a lot of options. They have their play version, which is at an SPF 50, which is actually higher than these two, which is great. And that's why it is also more expensive. But they do have that one that is more like an everyday lotion and is hydrating. And then they have this one as an option. They also have one that had, what do you call it? Like little glitter flecks in it, so you can have a little glisten to you. So it's more, they have more options and they kind of make it a little bit more fun and playful. This one, definitely the packaging looks great. It looks like a very luxurious lotion or shampoo or some kind of product that you need, which is great. And then this one is just, oops. This one is just, as far as packaging goes, just, it looks fine. It looks great. It works well. Like I took this one out to Bermuda with me and put it on a lot. So I would say you can go based off of preference as far as the daily, everyday, the regular Black Girl Sunscreen, and then also the Protect and Hydrate. Now, I did want to mention something else as well because, well, two other things. So if you're going to a ocean, beach, something like that, what I actually did notice with the vacation we went on is that they asked that you use reef safe sun protection, because there are certain chemicals that are made in certain sun protections that don't break down or damage the ocean life and all of this other stuff. So if you are in a situation where you're going to the beach, something like that, you do want to be mindful of that. And so in order for me to comply with the rules that they had for that vacation, I actually could not use the Aveeno if I was getting in the water. The Black Girl Sunscreen is reef safe, and also the children's version of this, which they have, which is I think Black Girl Sunscreen for kids or something like that, is also a reef safe formula. So this is where it wins out as far as like if you're going to a beach vacation, you're going on an island, something like that, then you do want to be mindful of the ocean and how you're impacting the I was about to say ocean wear, how you're impacting the fish and everything else that it lives in the ocean. You're going in their habitat and in their environment, so you want to make sure you are mindful of that. And so that's where this wins out. So even if you don't buy the Black Girl Sunscreen, just make sure you look that up to make sure the item is reef safe. So this one won out for that reason. I can't remember whether the Super Goop was identified as reef safe because the everyday was so expensive. So I did look it up and saw that this one was, because I had already had it. So I don't know whether Super Group is or not. So you have to look that up. Or if I remember to look it up, I'll throw it down here in the text so that way you can know whether that's the case or not. Okay, last up, I'm going to talk about something on your face that you forget to do sun protection for, and that is your lips. So thank you to the two dermatologists, which I will leave their channels linked down below, who I've been watching their channels and enjoying the information that they've been sharing. Dr. Drea is one of them, I think. And then I forgot the other lady's name. Is they talked about protecting your mouth, and that is important because your mouth is on your face and your mouth is made of skin. So I didn't even think about it. And so that's why I'm saying, it's very important to have these sun protection conversations, because we all need to make sure that we are protecting our skin, even in the winter time. So that's why I'm making this warning now, and not warning, but making this video now so you can start getting used to it, and then it'll be a habit by the summertime, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for myself. So this Sun Bum. So I am a 12-year-old and I like flavored lip gloss. So I like the EOS lip gloss because, not lip gloss, but this is more chapstick. I like the EOS line of chapsticks because they're flavored. Yes, I know, I'm 12. I love it to be flavored. So I wanted to find first off, it is hard to find a sun protection lip lip gloss chapstick because not a lot of people make it, and then even less that have some that's flavored. So anyway, so for me, the Sun Bum, if you like coconut flavor, I enjoy this one. It has SPF 30, so I make sure to apply this one because think about it when you're in your office, whether you're at home or at work, and you're next to a window, your body is being exposed to sun rays. Also, when you're in your car and you're driving home, your hands, your face are being exposed when you're walking in and out the store. So these are all opportunities for you to make sure that you amp up your protection. And so make sure you don't forget about your mouth. Okay, so let me know your thoughts, any questions you have down below. Make sure to like this video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.